Good morning, good morning, good morning. Those of you out on our Facebook page, we thank you every Wednesday for coming in for Fast Facts and Features with me, the brand ambassador for ethical flooring. And so super duper excited for this month because something is happening in the showroom. So good morning, Kevin. How are you this morning?
Good morning. I'm great. Nice and sunny again today, and we're joining you from a different part of the store rather than at my
Yes.
desk or sometimes at my home. So yeah,
This, yeah, this,
we're standing
this
in
is
front
fantastic.
of wrong hand. Mirage Hardwood
Okay,
Floors.
yeah. You, guess what? Vanna White will never lose her job to Kevin. I just want to
N-
say that right off the
No,
bat.
that is true. That is very true.
So, Kevin, you're in that section of the store because there's something special that's going on. And I know going along the bottom of our banner, it's kind of a little hint on what's going on in the store right now. Is there is a 10% off sale happening for Mirage flooring. When does that end, Kevin, in the store?
It's June 10th, so
Oh,
we still have some time for sure, and we just have to get the
okay.
order in by that point. Doesn't mean that it needs to be installed.
Oh,
We just have to have the order in with Mirage before then, and we're good to go. So yeah, we're really
so
excited.
does that mean that if I'm planning my reno in September or December, I can still get the sale now?
Yeah, there's some logistics maybe in terms of storage because there is a an end date where Mirage wants to
Okay.
ship it, but we have some time and we can play around with the dates a little bit and make sure. And even if it costs a few dollars in terms of storage, you still could
Mhm.
potentially save thousands of dollars in to buy it during the promo.
Okay, perfect. So before you kind of get into showing the Mirage section, by the way, it's looking really stylish right now. It looks amazing, amazing. Is I went onto the Mirage website and there is some incredible information, something that I didn't even know. Is the Mirage quality? Kevin, did you know? Okay, 43 times recognized for outstanding quality. Mirage is undisputably the #1 hardwood flooring brand in North America.
Hmm.
Retailers such as yourselves and other industry professionals have rated Mirage #1 in quality 43 times on surveys conducted by the following magazines. And some of these are the big granddaddies of magazines, such as Floor Covering News Magazine, Canada Excellence and Awards Magazine. It just goes on and on why somebody would want to choose Mirage, the first, the last, and I'm going to kind of also say a 35-year structural warranty. Like, wow.
Yeah, that's all true. And part of when we were researching to bring on the Mirage brand, maybe 5, 6 years ago by now, I looked at some of those surveys and the ones that were from retailers such as ourselves, those had the most weight because they really
Mhm.
don't have anything to lose if they're asked, what is the top performing brand or what is the highest quality hardwood brand that you carry in your showroom. And if you send that out to thousands of retailers across North America, I think you're going to get a pretty accurate representation of the truth because there's always marketing speak in my mind, and then there's always the truth, right? And sometimes those two don't meet. So I knew brand Mirage had the reputation in the industry. Everybody I talked to that worked with it really loved it. But I really, the part that saw that other retailers such as me really enjoyed working with it and thought it was their highest quality hardwood in their showroom. That's really what made the difference for us to bring it on and working
We're
with it
back.
in the meantime in these last 5, 6, 7 years has proved that to be the case. It is the highest quality hardwood brand that I've ever worked with.
Something that I'd love to share with you is I have a girlfriend that actually lives in Coquitlam, and she has a Mirage floor, and I think when they built their house, oh my gosh, it's got to be about 30 years ago now. And went in there and I figured out that it was Mirage hardwood, and she's recently had it refinished. Knowing
Nice.
that what the finish was, the sanderman was able to go in there and actually just abrade the surface and make it look good again. So great value, absolutely, having a Mirage floor. So why don't you tell us about what area that you're in there? Like what's happening in that area?
Need the cleaner for that.
So I'm standing right in front of the Mirage section here, and it's a bit hard with, but I'll see if we can give you a sense of. So
It's a
right
big
in behind,
section.
it is a big section. So right in behind me is some of the basic, the natural maple, natural white oak, natural hickory, and walnut. So gives a sense on what size what the the color or what the wood looks like in its natural state, and then obviously we can add all sorts of stains and whatnot from there. From here, we've taken some of our top colors and placed them on the wall.
Gorgeous.
So that was a project of mine, just so clients could step back and get a sense of, again, most people are interested what's popular now, what are the current trends, and so we've taken our top ones, put them up. We have all of the samples here that are available for lend out. Then I'll try and give a step back because, like you said, it is a big section.
As a consumer, Kevin, you know what I really appreciate with you taking that next step, because I know some retailers get the racks in that are provided by Mirage, is what you've done on the wall. Because when I was a project manager, there were so many times that you'd give a sample and it wasn't indicative of what was in the box, such as the mineral streaks, the knots, the character of the board. And when the floor was installed, it was like, excuse me, can you call that board out? Can you call that board out? I don't like that board. I don't like that board. So I think you going that extra step. No, I know you going that extra step of truly showing what the floor is going to look like installed is paramount to understanding, Mirage.
Yeah, exactly. So we're trying to give a bigger, broader picture because wood, the beauty of wood is that it is natural and it has all sorts of characteristics and natural things that can't be necessarily seen on a small piece. And that's kind of the standard sampling system. And it's not something that we were entirely happy with. So we decided to go custom and to standing in front of me here is some of the waterfall samples. This is pretty normal now in the hardwood floor industry, but between those and what we have up on the wall, you should get a very good sense on what the floor is actually going to look like and when it's installed. So yeah, and I had an idea. Wood floors are kind of when they're installed, they're pieces of art, right? When they're chosen properly and installed properly. So I thought, why not put them up on the wall, have a greater sense, use them as a tool, like having all the natural woods in behind me here, just so clients can understand what each of the trees look like in their natural form in terms of grain, color pattern, color variation. And then what we're going to do, or what Mirage is going to do, is add different treatments and colors on top of that base canvas. So just helping clients understand how this finished floor, how it turns out, how it began, and some of the things that they can expect. We're all about managing expectations and hoping that when the floor shows up and we start installing, it's exactly what the client had hoped for.
Two questions that come to mind. Number one, is there any exclusions from the line that aren't on 10% off?
It's a great question, and one of the great things about the sale is no, there's not. So everything that is on publicly available on their website, that's a standard running product. Doesn't matter the width, the species, the grade, it's all applicable for the sale. So it's not that they've picked and chose some of the losers or some of the worst case, the worst sometimes sales from certain flooring manufacturers, they put on sale the stuff that's not selling. And that's not the case here. Here it's like you can pick anything they have and you're getting a fantastic offer from Mirage and from Ethical Flooring, where again, on an average sale, you're saving thousands and thousands of dollars.
Yeah, exactly.
If you were to purchase now.
And you know what? It's not just saving on the wood flooring, which is fantastic. 10% off is great. It's saving also on the labor, because I know when the installers know that they're getting a Mirage floor coming to the job site, it's like, boom, 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 boom. This job is going to go really, really quickly, effective, efficiently, and no hiccups.
Yeah, the installers love to work with it. So at least at a bottom line, you'll have a happier installer. Because you can imagine if you're dealing with a problematic floor and as an installer, you're going to get frustrated as you get through it, because you're fighting every single board to make it fit. And sometimes it just doesn't. you're going to get frustrated. But they love when the Mirage floors are on the job site, because they know that it's going to fit together. They're not going to have any problems. At times, it's almost like closing a bank vault when you put them together. It's just chunk. It's just so nice.
Yes.
It's hard to quantify, and maybe most clients wouldn't appreciate it. But I know anybody who handles the material, you're definitely going to appreciate the fit and finish.
And I'll wrap it up with this question. So I come into the store, I save my 10% off. What's my turnaround time? Because, we have an instant gratification society sometimes when they hear the word sale. How quickly can I get my hardwood floor and get it installed right now? What's our wait times for flooring, and what's our wait times for installations these days?
So Ethical Flooring is not an instant gratification company. We're bucking the trend. We're looking more for long-term quality than a quick and easy turnaround. And I've coached so many clients who were desperate and their timelines were tight and just get me something. And I'm like, based on my experience, you're not going to be happy with that in 6 months, that you just picked whatever. I said, slow down. Even if you have to delay things, get the floor you want, because there's nothing in your home that's going to define your home more than the floor.
Sure enough.
So take your time on that. But yeah, Mirage is it's basically a made to order product made specifically for your order. So it's not a mass produced bulk just sitting in a warehouse somewhere, because they offer so many options in terms of plank width and grading of the wood and the finish even that you can apply to it. So it's very a la carte, and they will make the floor for you essentially. And that time is about 4 to 5 weeks before we get it here. So they manufacture it all in St. George, Quebec. And then it obviously has to get shipped across the country. So we're about 4 to 5 weeks before we see it. And another couple of weeks in terms of getting an installer available. So what we do is we pre-book installation based on the estimated arrival of the wood. So we're not waiting twice, with a little bit of a comfort or a buffer zone, of course. So yeah, within 2 months or 8 weeks, you should be able to get going. And like I said, the important thing is, as long as it's purchased, we've placed the purchase order with Mirage within the sale time frame. After that, it's not too important about when it actually gets installed.
Sounds great. So next week, let's continue in that section, because I'd like for you to kind of pull out the different variations of the platform, some widths, some colors, and let's show the people out there just the line of Mirage. And then the next week, we've got another brand that we want to have a little chitty chat about as well. That's something special is going on for another one of the Canadian made brands in the store as well.
Indeed.
Okay?
Yep, you got it. Thanks.
Sounds fantastic. Thank you so much, Kevin, for joining me today. By the way, you are looking fantastic. Seriously, you may give Vanna White a run for the money, because the way you're standing and behind you, you're framed very well this morning, my friend.
Well, it's nothing to do with me. It's these beautiful wood floors that are behind me.
Great deflection.
They can take all the glory. Yes.
Sounds great. So I'll see you again next week, guys, 10 a.m. on the Fast Facts and Features with me, the brand ambassador, Jeanette, for Ethical Flooring. Bye-bye, everybody.
Have a great week.